Hello, budding goddesses! Goddess Allison here today with my 6th installment of my Budding Goddess Tech Systems training video series. Today, of course, we are learning about how to use InstantTeleseminar. And you can sign up for whatever teleconferencing company you would like. Again, like I said in the other videos, go online, do a little looking around and see which ones there are. I know there's other ones, anymeeting.com and that sort of thing. And you can sign up for them. You know, signing up for these things, it's not hard, right? You just have to go and you have to click the sign up button and click through the prompts. Okay, I know it's a little bit, at first you might not want to because you see all these things you have to sign up for and it gets overwhelming, but it's no big deal. Just take one at a time, okay? So today we're doing InstantTeleseminar, and it's a free trial for the first I think 21 days, so I'm not paying for it yet, but when it comes time to pay for it, we're going to be joyful about it because it is going to help make money and get clients and things like that. I know that my hippie chickness was totally like, I don't want to pay $50 a month for this thing, but I think it's a good thing to do, right? We're learning about investing in ourselves, just like we did when we came to AU. So, InstantTeleseminar, I just decided to use this one because it seemed easy, and it's the one that we use at school. So it's the one that all of our professors are using when we are in class with them. So it's kind of cool to look behind the scenes now. Alright, so when you get into your dashboard, remember we're learning about dashboards in my other videos. Like I said, dashboards are an opportunity, like a wonderful, enchanted wonderland we're going to explore. They're an opportunity for growth and empowerment. That's what dashboards and new technology, that's what these are. And this is your dashboard. When you sign up, you can get access to it pretty quickly, so you can start using it and figuring it out. So you come here, and there won't be any events for you because you'll be new, but you add a new event there by clicking this big old box. So you can see I've done some events already. I've only been on it for like a week or so, and I did a test event, which it recommends you do when you sign up. And when you sign up, they will send you emails that say, this is how you use this, and at first I was overwhelmed by those. I didn't want to open them. I was getting the other ones from MailChimp too, and they seemed overwhelming, but after a while I did open them, and they're actually pretty cool. You learn some good stuff from those emails. They have nice videos to watch, and it will tell you how to do some pretty cool stuff. Like I might share later. Okay, so I did test event, and then this is the class that I'm teaching in a couple days. And I did a pre-record of that class, actually. So it was like a rehearsal for me, so that I could figure out what it feels like to actually give a class without having to do it live the first time. And also, I pre-recorded it so that if I get here and something happens, I call in using Skype, but if it disconnects or something like that, I have a nice recording here to give to my participants. And I do use Skype. I don't use the phone that much because I do live in this eco-village. I don't have to call people that much, but that might change if I'm having a blossoming blissness. So over here you can see this is a future event, and these two are past events. They're replaying. And you can't delete past events. I looked that up. You can't delete them. Something about being for your protection and liability. You can't delete them. But you can delete future events with that little X there. This is the shortcut to the control panel, and this column here means, do you want to clone the event? Do you want to make another event similar to that one but at another time? Alright, and then this is around the dates that I'm making this recording for you. Right now, Amanda says that InstantTeleseminar is is kind of smaller and family run and owned and operated. Sometimes it's glitchy glotchy for you, but it's a good product to use. It's just fine. It's gonna get the job done, what you want to do. And then you can check this box to hide events after 30 days so you don't have a big old fat list that piles up here. Alright, so I'm going to show you now about how to edit your event. So I'm going to go into my free class here. WTF is Mercury retrograde, and you have here the countdown for the event, and you have the guest info that you send them. Now, sometimes when I participate in these sorts of things, I see that they've just copied and pasted from the InstantTeleseminar dashboard into the instruction email that they send participants, and I think that looks a little not that great. But I'm going to tell you how to fix that today, how to make it look a little bit nicer. And then this down here is event details for hosts, but I might try and cover that up when I'm, in the final video of this, because I don't want people calling in my host line and being like, yo, what's up, in the middle of my class or something. Right, okay, I don't think anyone would do that, but, just to be safe. Alright, so the first line here, event date, time, and conference line. You can edit what is the name of your event so that you, or maybe not. Okay, event date, you can't edit it here, but you can edit it in the next section. What's the event time and how long. So, I think Amanda recommended that if you are giving a 1-hour talk, you make it for 30 minutes longer than you plan to. So you have a nice cushion, because if you don't, the recording will cut you off. It'll cut you off the InstantTeleseminar. So you don't want that, so you want to make it for 30 minutes longer than you plan. And then you want to in guest mode usually, and it'll tell you what host and guest mode is down here. And alright, and then down here is cancel changes or save changes. Well, I didn't make any changes, so I'm gonna press save and come back here, and we're gonna go into event name. Okay, so yes, here you can change the event name for how you see it out there, and maybe how your guests see it. And then, this is a cool feature. Do you want a modern template or a classic template? This is what the templates look like. You've probably seen these. Maybe you're familiar with the template out on stage, as I like to call it, out in the front door. This is the back door behind the scenes. And then, do you want a classic template? It's a little bit more old school than the modern template, but it has a lot more, I think, a lot of choices. Like, I might want the space theme there, and what the front door looks like with this is it's a banner at the top, and then it's a page with the replay and stuff. So it's not as eye candy as the modern one, and then you can only use certain features. You can't use these features with the classic template. So, will the event use slides? Maybe not at first, but maybe later. And do you want the event public or private? Do you want a password on your event so people can't get in except if they have the password? Okay. Save, or I could click back to event management. Photo. This is one of my favorite options, because I've attended a lot of webinars and teleseminars, and I go to have a seminar by a wonderful goddess, and she's got the cookie cutter default image right here. These people in suits, uptight, walking across the sidewalk with the globe in the back. This is the default image for InstantTeleseminar. So if you don't change this option, this is what you're going to get. This is what people are going to see when they come to your event and it says welcome. That's not the kind of energy you really want to exude. I mean, if that's vibing with you and you're working with corporate people, sure. But this is kind of old paradigm stuff. We want a new paradigm. loveliness and pussy power, right? We don't want that. So you can either upload an image from your computer, browse and upload, or you can pick one of these. There's plenty of nice ones. Look at that one. I don't know why people just, maybe they're just lazy or they don't know how to use this technology. Ooh, that's a nice one. Look at that. Oh, look at all these awesome goddess photos that are here. They come with the Instant Teleseminar. You don't have to have that cookie cutter gross one with those people in suits. There. Ooh. That's a nice one, especially for AU stuff. So pick a different picture that vibes. Oh, look, Greece and Egypt. I bet Amanda is jumping in her high heels. Okay. And you don't have to have that cookie cutter one. We want a nice one, so pick a different one. That's not those people walking in suits, because if you don't pick it for yourself, the Instant Teleseminar will pick it for you, just like in life. If you don't pick your own thing, then, well, the universe will give you something, and it might be blah that you don't want. That's not what you want. So I uploaded a nice planet here that is Mercury for my class, and that's what people would see on the page if I sent it to them. But I was just playing around, so I did that to see how it worked. But I'm actually not going to send, like I said, I'm not going to send my participants to my Instant Teleseminar page for my class, because I've integrated it with my website. Call to action button and web links. I think this is if you we'll go in here. So the pre-event page, do you want to get more people signed up for your event and stuff like that? That can be helpful. Or do you want to leave them to your website? And then you can have your website. Oh, no, excuse me. Okay, so do you want to have your website on your event page? That's what this is for. That's what this is for there. And call to action button, that's what that means. Do you want them to click? What does this say? You could say, go to my fabulous website, and this is your website, and you can put that on your page. And then you can say where to show the web links at the bottom there. Alright, so we're going to see the pre-event page now. And then pre-event, during event, and replay page settings. You could tweak those around if you want, or you can have them all the same just by checking this box. Alright, no, this down here. Do you want to copy this info to the other pages? So you can edit the headline here. This is what your participants would see if you directed them to the pre-event page that Teleseminar gives you, Instant Teleseminar. This is the font. What kind of font color do you want? And then you can do a little paragraph to welcome them. And I, like I said, didn't edit this because I have a page on my website. So we're going to preview this page right now. It's going to take a little bit to load, and it'll come up with this nice page for you to use. And if you've attended webinars before, you know this looks familiar. Okay, so this is the photo that I was talking about. Remember, you know, on the welcome page, those uptight business suit people, you don't want that for your event probably. This is that paragraph that I said I didn't edit. This tells your customers like a welcome. Here is the countdown timer, and here is the title that you can edit. Here's the place where I was telling you can have that call to action button, put your website on your page, and here's question and answer box. Alright, so close preview and back to event management. Alright, so now I'm going to tell you how to integrate Instant Teleseminar with your website. Oh, first, actually, I'm going to tell you about these instructions. So you could, if you wanted, copy that blah de blah and put it in your email that you send to your participants, but that's not really, you know, I don't know how I feel about that. So I made a nice new one for my participants. I send them out this nice email, and I give them the instructions here, you know, attend by web page, because I made a web page on my website that directs them to the event. Attend by Skype, add this contact, join conference. At the prompt, pull up the dial pad and enter my guest pin code here. What's the dial pad? Look, you know, how do you find it? That's one thing that I wanted to know first, because what if your participants arrive like 5 or 10 minutes, you know, to your event, and they want to use Skype or something like that, because they want to be able to raise their hand and talk to you. This is what the dial pad icon looks like on a Mac, and then similarly on a PC it just has that grid thing without the phone. And then attend by phone, and there's the phone numbers. Although I probably should have made this look like that in the font. See, it looks different, but well, it's my first one, right? And yeah, I spelled utensil wrong. I know how to spell utensil, and I sent myself 3 test emails, but did I beat myself up over it, having it sent to a bunch of people with the words spelled wrong? No, I learned that MailChimp doesn't always check your spelling, right? So, you know, Mercury retrograde, it's perfect time for that. That's why I'm teaching this class. Learn some good stuff. And then you forward, do you want to forward this to a friend? Of course you do. And then what's next? What class am I teaching next? And then a nice pretty picture of myself at the bottom so that everyone can see my beautiful shining star energy there. Great. And then this down here is very important, iframes to custom publish. This is what you paste into your page. This little code stuff, like we learned about in the last video, this little code is what you put in your page. So I'll show you that right now. So here's the countdown timer. Here's the, you know, do you want a classic form or modern question form? Do you want the classic replay or the modern replay? And you can look at what that looks like. Right? Okay. So here is the pages, like the back door of my website. And I've made a page here for my class. And this page is not linkable unless you know what it is, unless you have the link and you get sent there. So this is the visual part, and you can see these gray boxes are for the things like the countdown and the replayer and stuff. And then I click on text to insert those codes where I want the countdown timer. So these codes here, and we're probably familiar with this because we see the replay on the AU site or something. So countdown timer, I just copy that and I paste it into my page here, and then it comes out looking like this. But we're gonna view the page so you can see what the front door looks like, what it looks like on stage. Here we go. Dun da da da! I got my countdown timer and my replayer thingy-majig, the nice picture of the planet, and here's the question box thing. I tried to make it center, but I don't know why it didn't like that. And then I say there will be a replay to listen to later and share. So this is what the on-stage front door of my class page looks like. You can make it look nice like this. It doesn't have to look like that InstantTeleseminar stuff. Alright, and there's the instructions. Nice. Okay, we're going back to... Oh, and you can do a pre-recorded welcome message as well by calling a certain number. I know it tells you where to do that in one of these settings. And then example custom publish page is a little video about how to do what I just showed you. And then control panel. So this is what the the High Priestess professors are looking at during class when they say, I gotta click refresh, and they say, press *2 to talk. These are the different modes that they're giving us class in. Party. This means anyone can come to the event and talk. They don't need a host. And then these other ones, you need a host, a moderator to run the event. Q&A. This is all guests are muted. Press *7 to talk. So you've probably experienced this during class. Press *2 to raise your hand. Press *7 to talk, or *6 to mute yourself. So Q&A mode. Do you want to ask me questions? Or don't everyone jump in all at once because you have to press buttons, right? Usually, because I know how to use this thing, I only ask a question if I have one, or say something. So lecture, this is usually the mode that you want to give your things in. This means that everyone is muted. You can't hear all the background noise if they jump into your class and all of that. I know I've entered some classes and the teacher is like, oh, can you please mute the background noise, and I'm like, I didn't know I was unmuted. So and then guest press *2 to raise your hand. And then interactive, this is what it means, when Amanda says, I'm going to put you on interactive, and everyone can say hello to each other, or goodbye, or make a pussy clap, or whatever. All guests can talk. And then they press *6 to mute themselves. And then over here, hold all guests. So why would you want to do that, right? That's helpful if you arrive to class, say you're 10 minutes early or 5 minutes early, and there's all these people here. They're on the call waiting for you, and you just say to them, you arrive at your event and you say, hi everyone, thanks for coming, thanks for being punctual and on time. We're going to start in a few minutes. Go get your water or your paper and pencil or whatever. And then you hold them and they can listen to the nice, beautiful elevator music that we've all are familiar with, I think. And then you can lower their hands if they've raised their hand, and you're like, nope. Okay, and don't forget to unhold them. Don't forget to unhold the guests. I know that that's happened before. Professor forgot to unhold the participants, and Amanda was to the rescue. Da, 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 da. So make sure, and there will be a big red box that all guests are on hold here. So unhold them before you start. So when you come to your event, you're probably going to want to look at this page, and you're going to want to say hello, and then you're going to want to hold them so you can look at this other stuff. Hopefully you've looked at it before the event, especially this page. Maybe you want to start the recording and check which kind of Q&A mode you want. Okay, so that's just when, and prepare your slides and all that. So that's just when you come to the event, so you don't freak out and you're like, I'm so nervous and I don't know what to do, and you forget about all of this stuff. So we're going to go into the settings again. So again, this is the mode, and these are grayed out. They can't choose. I'll be able to choose those if I want. This is the mode that it comes in, and then beeps. Do you want it to beep when someone joins or leaves? Maybe not. And hold music genre. This is kind of one of my favorite ones. I actually called in to my own event with the guest pin code number through Skype, and I got to listen to what kind of music my participants would hear when they came to my event. So New Age, Celestial, Zen, Mystical Dreams, those are probably nice ones for us goddesses. Maybe you're doing something that vibes with these two here. And I like the Mystical Dreams because it sounded really space-like to me. And then the recording file format, do you want to be an MP3 or WAV? MP3 is usually more universal, so probably MP3. Noise reduction, auto, maybe. And yes. And then you can read about that part. I don't worry about that. Okay. Then you can test yourself here. Recordings. This will be available 15 minutes before your event. There will be a button here that says record. And if you make an event that is less than 15 minutes away because you are testing yourself, this will never appear. So I've done it. Don't do that. So if you need to make a test event, make it for like half an hour away. Q&A. This is like, which mode do you want to see your questions come in at? Do you have an assistant who's filtering the questions and approving them before you see them, or what? And maybe you are doing it all by yourself and you want to just see everything that comes in. And slides if you have slides, and chat, and then not available until the event, and audio. It's the same thing. So this tab, I believe, you can use to load audio play it into your event. So say you pre-record your event and you put it in my audios here. You pre-record your event, you put it in your audios and your audio clips, and you can play it during the event. So don't play it from this page, big red letters. Don't play it from this page when you have an event. Play it from the control, the phone control or the control panel. So you can get to it different ways. In this, well, no, never mind. Haha. My events control panel. And then the audio will appear there, and you can play things during your event. And then instructions, how do I use this thing, right? Okay, I think that is pretty much it, right? I hope that you all get out there and teach some awesome shebang classes. I really look forward to attending your classes and seeing you all get your websites going, rocking and rolling, and supporting you too, because I know how fun it is to do. And I think this might be my last video. I might make one for Google Analytics, but I'm not quite, skilled at using that yet. So although I do know enough about it to integrate it with my website, I'll show you right now. Google Analytics is a tool, like we learned in the last video with MailChimp. It's a tool that tracks your traffic to your website with clicks and opens and things like that. And there's a really awesome plugin that you can get. I'm going to go to my plugins and show you. And where is it? Smart Google Code Inserter. I think this one. And you can just, if you have a Google Analytics account, because you want to track your traffic, so it's very helpful to do. At first I didn't understand it, but I have someone here who is a sales and business coach or sales consultant, and he knows how to use this thing, and he said, hey, you should use it, it's very helpful. And I was like, I don't know, oh, it's another one of those things like dashboard, and and why do I need this? But it's helpful to track to see where your soulmate clients are coming from. Are they searching for you on the web? Are they getting to your website through someone else's website, a link on from someone else's website? How are they finding you? So that's very helpful, and perhaps if I get more proficient at using it and I can tour you around it, then I'll make a video about that too. But for now, it's InstantTeleseminar, and I probably won't make another one for a while. But there you have it. I think you have enough to get started and get out there and get rocking and rolling. It's not so hard anymore, right? Mwah! Love you all, and I'll see you around AU. Blessings to all your manifestations. Goodbye.